Welcome to the next episode of The American Dream, the only national show that combats negative media and gives you local flavor from your own neighborhoods. On today's show, we're focusing on the best of January. We're going out to Miami, Boise, and our very own San Diego, California, America's finest city, to show you some of the best stories from all across the country. Let's start the American Dream right now.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
All right, today's show is centered around the best of from January. But before we go into our national storyline, first, we're going into your own backyard to show you what's happening in your neighborhoods. Let's go check it out.
Hi, Kelly Zitlow here with Cornerstone Home Lending. So is the lack of a down payment holding you back from purchasing a home? Well, here are 4 different areas where you might be able to get a down payment to help you accomplish that goal of home ownership. So the first is a down payment can be gifted to you from a family member or relative. The second option is that if you do have a 401k, many times you can take out a loan on your 401k and use those funds towards down payment. Third is, especially this time of the year, you can use a tax refund for your down payment. And fourth is there are many grant and down payment assistance programs out there. So don't let the thought of not having a down payment hold you back. If you're interested in exploring your options, feel free to reach out. We'd love to chat.
All right, the national storyline is coming up next, but before we do that, let's stay local and see the next story from your neighborhood. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Bret Ceren here in famous Scottsdale, Arizona, in front of my brokerage, Platinum Living Realty. And I have a very special treat for you today. We're going to be talking with my friend and broker, Jay Macklin, the owner, over 20 years real estate experience in Arizona. We're going to be talking about the top things you need to know in order to accomplish your American dream in real estate this year, whether you're buying, whether you're selling. So why don't you come with me, I'll introduce you, we'll get to talking. I'm here with my friend and broker, Jay Macklin, at our flagship office here in DC Ranch in famous Scottsdale, Arizona. Jay, thanks so much for joining me today.
Awesome, Brett. Thanks for having me.
So one of the things that we get when we bring clients, when we bring people here to the office, is rave reviews about everything that you guys have done.
Yeah, well, that was by design, right? So my wife and I, when we started this brokerage, we realized that how important the physical and visual aspect of the consumer experience is, start from finish. People walk into the office and they see that the office is beautiful. They have that warm and fuzzy that they're going to have that awesome experience. And particularly when it comes to the American dream, that's exactly what we push.
So that kind of goes into one of the bigger issues with real estate as a whole, which is it's almost like the process is broken in the industry at large. But we're really working to address some of those things here at Platinum Living Realty.
It's the lack of systems, the lack of processes, the lack of support, and the lack of the ability to really elevate that client experience. And that's the benefit of what we provide. And from a brokerage level, my job is to elevate your experience from support and training and coaching and helping and identifying what the real job of a real estate agent is for the client.
We're the 5th largest major metropolitan area in the country. We're also the fastest growing in the entire country. So builders are trying hard, but we've got a shortage of inventory. It's a seller's market, right?
A lot of people want to be here. You know what's funny? When I first came here, I thought, God, Phoenix is just, it's just this little tiny downtown. And then you look at it and you're like, it's this major, massive urban sprawl. And there's, just amazing different communities and cultures within those communities, which I love. But yeah, we're in a tough situation right now. We're really, at this point, we can't manufacture more land. We're going to have,
a lot of people want to be here. What would you tell them? Look, this is what you ought to do in order to give yourself the best shot to not only find but acquire the home that you really want.
Being a buyer in today's market, people think that they can do this themselves.
Right.
It's a tough market. In any market, it doesn't really care if it's a lack of inventory or not. Having a professional on your side is the most important thing you can do to help find the house, help negotiate the best deal, help get inside information that you're probably not going to have. Listen to your professional agent, and that's really what I think is going to help you identify the best home, the best price, the best location, and that's certainly the biggest tip that I would give a buyer at this point.
Well, and in addition to that too, also making sure that if you're not buying with cash, that your financing is strong and in order, and that you're fully approved and underwritten before you even go shopping, really.
Oh, absolutely. That's part of listening to your agent.
Sellers often will say, well, I don't want to give the house away. And I don't want them to give the house away either, right? I want them to have every dollar that's theirs from the sale.
People will buy at the top of their market, right? At the top of their budget.
Right.
And so I find that pricing a home where I think it will actually close and sell at is a really good strategy. I don't like to underprice homes artificially, because that's just not good for the consumers, and that's just not good for anybody. And I don't want to artificially above either, just to make room for negotiating, because buyers look at it and go, nice house, but I don't want to offend the seller because it's overpriced and I'm going to make an offer way low.
Well, Jay, I'm so thankful for your time today and your insight. Is there anything, any parting thoughts, any final wisdom that you would give to people who are thinking of maybe embarking on the American dream this year?
The American dream is still alive. Inventory, even though it's low, rates are super good. You know, you can still find that perfect house out there. You know, you just have to connect yourself with a great agent, and the Arizona market is amazing.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, the national storyline is coming up next, but before we do that, let's stay local and see the next story from your neighborhood. Let's check it out.
Ackerman, Realtor with North & Co. And today I am going to show you one of my high-rise condos located right off Central Avenue in downtown Phoenix. So this actual property is located right steps off of the light rail. So the light rail actually takes you from the East Valley all the way through Phoenix. You can take the light rail to a quick stop to Sky Harbor Airport, or you can take it down into downtown Phoenix, where you can go and see a Suns game at Talking Stick Arena. You can go to Chase Field and catch a Diamondbacks game. Lots of concerts are held down at those arenas, and there's so much more. So we are at Tapestry on Central, walking through the gardens in the courtyard. Now we are actually up on the third floor, and what we have here is a 1-bath, 1-bedroom unit. This unit is really unique because it actually overlooks the pool and the common area. So not only did you have the mixed-use space downstairs with hair salon and a couple other things coming, you're right in the heart of it all because you can see exactly what's going on in the whole community. Inside the unit, for those cold Arizona nights, you have an actual gas fireplace, and the building was built in 2005. So this high-rise building is fairly new, and it's really in great shape. So for a 1-bed, 1-bath unit, just under 900 square feet in the heart of downtown Phoenix, you can't beat this deal. This unit also has 2 closets, which gives a ton of storage, and the bathroom has a separate shower and tub, double sinks, and not only an entrance from the bedroom, but also from your main living area. So truly making all of the space completely usable. You have a full washer and dryer, and other than that, this building has so many amenities. We're gonna go downstairs and check them out right now. So how cool is it to not only be in the heart of Phoenix, but also have an ice cream shop downstairs? Not only is this just an ice cream shop, it is the 2nd oldest ice cream franchise in Arizona. So come check out Mary Coyle's, and for now, I'm gonna go check out a Suns game.
hope you enjoyed your local story. Now, we're going to switch gears and go to the national storyline, the best of segments from the show, starting in Miami, Florida, with Catherine Ryan. Let's go check it out.
Hello and welcome to the American Dream in Miami. My name is Catherine Ryan and I'm your local real estate expert. We don't just sell homes, we also sell land, because for a lot of people, owning a home is not only the American dream, but building your own home. So we have a lot of pieces of land for sale, and Mark Twain said, buy land, they're not making it anymore. So we have the following pieces of land for sale. A multi-family lot in Coral Gables, prime location. You can build 11 units and 15,000 square feet. We have 2 pieces of land for sale in Coconut Grove. One is almost 10,000 square feet and the other one 8,000 square feet. You can build amazing homes on both of those lots. Okay, so now I'm taking you to Hibiscus Island. Hibiscus Island is a man-made island in Miami Beach, and it has been created in 1922 along with Palm Island and Star Island. The properties here are mostly on the water. You do find some houses that are not on the water, but we are looking today at a beautiful property on the water. It is under construction, so please have some imagination, because I want you to show how this building process works. And we are meeting one of the top builders and developers. He's building right now 17 homes, and he will show you how he does the whole project from start to finish. Well, I'm really excited to check out this beautiful home under construction right now. As many of you know, I love construction and dirt, and I really love seeing developments come to life. So let's go check it out. Here with Lionel Nicolai, one of the top builders and developers of luxury homes in Miami. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you very much to invite me.
You're very welcome. So tell us, I mean, you talk to so many people in Miami that come to you and say, hey, Lionel, I want to build a home. What do those people want, and what is important to those people that want to build a home in Miami?
Thank you very much. A very interesting question, because a lot of people want to have a new home. Because the new construction with a new code, you have a higher house, very higher, so then it's very safe for them, and they want to have a high-end finishes with a new product from the world, and to have a perfect quality of the house compared to the other one.
Oh, okay, so basically you probably have a lot of people that are very wealthy that are looking for the best of the best, right?
Exactly, they want the best of the best, and they want to decide and to design the inside with them color. They want to create them American house, American dream house.
Oh yes, we all want the American dream house, right? All right, great. So let's take a look around.
Okay, let's go.
A lot of my clients that are looking into buying land, they want to buy land because they want to build a house, because it's very intriguing to them that they get to pick their own finishes, that they have a brand new home that has never been lived in. But a lot of them are skeptical because they don't know how much time is involved from their side, how often they have to come to check on the progress, if they have to oversee the construction. How does it work with you?
With us is on more or less 18 months. What we do is what makes us special is we do a big pre-construction work. During 1 month we study all the plans with different architect, designer and engineer, and the owner chose what he wants, and we chose before to start to work. The owner chose his bathroom, his kitchen, the floor, the design. Everything is chosen before. Then during the construction, what he can do is with our software, he can follow up the construction from the beginning to the end on our software with the pictures, with a video. You can put a comments to the project manager to ask him a question, and he doesn't need to come, because a lot
So you take care of everything?
We take care of everything, and you just have to come to give him the key.
So, okay, let me summarize that. So the client picks all their finishes up front, and then they hand them over to you, and you take over, and then in the end, you just give them the house. Is that how it works?
Yes, exactly. Like
wow. I know for sure that my affluent clients will love that they have no headache, they pick what they want, they get it all done, and they don't have to supervise anyone. I love that. So they can pick everything and follow the progress on your software.
Exactly.
I really love that. Lionel, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
this beautiful tour. I'm quite impressed with your work, and I can't wait to see the finished product.
Thank you very much. You will come back.
Yeah, I will come back and check back on the project, and I'm pretty sure our viewers were very, very impressed. Thank you all so much for watching The American Dream today. And if any of you is interested in building a home in Miami or Miami Beach, contact us, reach out to us. We have price lists and we have all the resources you can think of. You all have a beautiful day.
All right, your next best of segment, we're going to one of the coolest small towns in the U.S., Boise, Idaho, and we're going to go explore the entrepreneurial spirit with Jesse Taft. Let's go check it out.
If you haven't already heard, Boise and Meridian are two of the fastest growing cities in the nation, and with the massive growth comes a huge demand for housing, and new construction has quickly become one of the most prevalent purchases out in the area, from entry-level homes to full-blown custom. You can find it all out here, and today we're going to bring you to one of the most innovative builders in the area, Lasher Enterprises, and their new build in Cabin Ridge out in Meridian. Awesome, so we made it inside, nice and warm by the fire, and here with Brady Lasher, owner of Lasher Enterprises. So yeah, give us a little bit of background about yourself, living and building in the area.
Yeah, I've been living in Boise for pretty much my whole life, around Boise, I guess. I mean,
one of the few.
One of the few that's been here forever, yes. So yeah, I went to college here, went to high school here, went to college, graduated, and basically, yeah, started my own building company. My family's been in the Valley forever as well. My grandpa was a builder back in the 70s. And,
oh, wow, okay.
And my dad has been a builder for the last 20 years, and then I started my company about 5 years ago, and yeah.
The home we're standing in, give us a little bit of background or information about this one, and then we'll kind of dive into the details and let you give us a tour.
Yeah, no, this home is 2,800 square feet, just a little over 2,800. It feels much bigger than that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just got huge ceilings.
Yes.
Yeah, every house that we build, that's the cool thing about us, is we're custom builders, so everything we build is like drawn by hand, it oriented in a way that the site fits it. You got killer views of Bogus, you know, you got a bunch of recreation in Boise. That's your goal, is to look at all of that.
So even throughout the build process, you and your team, which it sounds like is your wife, helping out with some of the design, come in during framing, during drywall, and start to select some of the finishes and maybe some of the accents wall that we'll showcase here in a little bit.
Yeah, no, we've got, I mean, me and my wife are primarily the designers in it. We've got a great team around Boise. Like I said, we've been in Boise for so long.
Yeah,
we've got a great group of subs. We've got designers at each place. We always do our stuff through certain tile companies and certain cabinet companies, and all of them are custom. That's the cool thing about us. We don't buy anything. Our cabinets are custom built. It's pretty cool, getting something exactly what you want and tailored to what you want. I mean, a home's a big purchase, and it's getting bigger and bigger every year. So it's something, if you're going to invest that much money, you want it to be what you want.
Yep, exactly.
You want it to be what you want.
Yep,
each home's different.
At the end. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the tour. This home is spectacular, and this one in particular, like you said, is custom built. It is sold, but I know you have a handful more coming up. And
oh yeah, a lot more under construction right now. We're always building something. It's hard to keep them on the market nowadays, but yeah, no, I definitely appreciate the opportunity to show you the house.
Cool. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And if you guys have any questions for myself or for Lasher Enterprises, want a home like this, give us a call. Let's get you inside one.
Coming up next, the best of segment in San Diego, America's finest city, where this show started. Seth O'Byrne is going to show us the science behind why we love views. Let's go check it out.
For those of us that have been selling luxury real estate for a very long time, it's commonly known that the higher you are up in a building, the more valuable it is. In fact, each floor comes with a different price tag that can be 2, 3, 4, and even 10 times more valuable. And the reason for that isn't just because of view. It's because when you look out at this view, there's so much more to see. You see the different moods of the morning and the twilight. You see the San Diego Bay, Point Loma, all the way out to Mexico. And there's a sense of freedom that you get up here that you just can't get on lower floors. And though it's commonplace for realtors to talk about it, this is something you need to use your senses to enjoy. We oftentimes don't question why everyone can agree on views. In real estate, it's universally the preference of everyone. For example, you might like salty foods. You might like spicy foods. You might like sweet foods. But every one of those people can all agree that a home with a view is universally more valuable. Seth, it's obvious that people love views, right? You don't have to be a genius to know that, but you do have to be a genius to understand the why behind why people love views. In fact, it's a point of contention. The discussion has been fierce. Some people say it's in our DNA. Some people say it traces back to the time when we were cavemen. Some people say that it has a connection to the churches in some sense that it's more holy being higher. Some people say it's just a matter of luxury, and people with money want to be high above everything. Views are important. In fact, if you trace it back to ancient civilizations, many of them built their kingdoms at the top of mountains, not just to protect the people that lived inside of the gates, but to make a statement to the world that that kingdom ruled the entire land. And also religious leaders believed that gods lived in the mountains. That's because it was closer to heaven. And today in residential real estate, it's no different. Views denote the home as more valuable, and oftentimes the people that own homes with views more important. And with views being so important to our human makeup, it begs a simple question. Are views really a matter of desire and want, or are views a basic human necessity? Either way, today we're going to explore a property that has unbelievable views, and we're going to explain that basic question while we see an incredible house. That's cool. I got nothing else going on today. Okay. The feeling that you get here, you really can enjoy with all of your senses, because when you're this high above it all, there's a sense of stacking of history, a stacking of civilization, a stacking of art, of culture, of ideas, of creativity. And let me explain it. Right across the street from us, we have Irving Gill, who's one of the most important architects that ever walked the planet for the world of modernism. He actually made San Diego home, and in addition to creating the Marston House, he was able to develop these incredible Victorians and craftsmen and what turned into the early modernist movement. Behind him, you have Doug Manchester's the Manchester Grand Hyatt, which stood as one of the most important properties to be built as a high-rise in downtown San Diego. At that time, it was one of the only buildings that defined our skyline. And now when you look out, you see Canadian builder Nat Bosa, who built the most daring pieces of steel and glass. Of course, the most important and recent one, Pacific Gate, which is a super prime building. And so when you see a view, you see our city, but you also see a living history of our city. It's so cool because there are very few times that you can look at buildings and think of them like history books. So you see what is, but you also see what was. Because that's what defines a city. That's what makes a view of a city like San Diego so incredibly important, is you get to look out at our city and open it up like a great novel. And then you have homes like this that are built into this living history, and they get to enjoy a view that took hundreds of years to create. And so when you look at the materials, the hardwood floors, the waterfall edge countertops, the frameless cabinetry, you get to appreciate the space, but really what you're buying is right behind me. But quick, let me rattle off the stats of this penthouse condo. You've got a bedroom here, another bedroom back here. It makes it a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom with a master that has a view that's so incredible. Quite frankly, you don't need a salesman to sell it. This is what everyone wants when they move to downtown San Diego. And the master bathroom is fit for a king and a queen, and quite frankly, everybody in the kingdom, because this master bathroom shower is huge. It's got a soaking tub, which is perfect for relaxing, his and hers, or his and his, dual vanity water closet, and something incredible right out this door. Running the entire length from the east side of this penthouse all the way to the front, facing the San Diego Bay, Point Loma, Coronado in downtown San Diego, is the balcony of the penthouse here at 2141. This property is really subservient to the view because someone that wants to live in this penthouse, they want to go downtown and they want to go to dinner with friends. They want to hang out at art galleries, at nightclubs, at bars. They want to experience the San Diego Bay and everything that there is to enjoy in San Diego. But it's still connected to that ancient feeling that a view makes a property more valuable because it makes us feel better. And in many ways, San Diego becomes your kingdom in this condo. And that way, this balcony becomes your throne.
All right, that's all for today's show. Hope you enjoyed the best of segments of the American Dream of January. Thank you so much to all who brought this show alive, all of you who viewed today and follow our show on social media. Thank you so much from the American Dream team, and of course, we'll see you next week.
The preceding program was sponsored by Ignite Now Media with promotional consideration by its affiliated partners.